Oh, dear Zoom, please be nice. Okay. All right, this meeting is being live streamed. Thank you very much, Zoom, for your help. We appreciate it. All right, I don't know where you are, ladies and gentlemen, in the world today. This actual stream can possibly be chopped up. So that can be seen on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. With that said, welcome to Black Lions Domain. This is what Zachary Shiloh does best and where I shine brightest. All right, it is also what I particularly call universal grounding. There is no roaming around, kids. We're sitting on our tushies and we're actually having a meditative time together. I don't know how long this is gonna be, but I'm gonna let it rock. All right, with that said, I have a lovely, wonderful guest, and I'm not completely here in New York. I'm actually in the UK, and when I look at this gorgeous one, I'm like, God bless her hobby. Yes, yes, God bless all their kids. Okay, with that said, she's a mother, she's a grandmother, she's a best-selling author, she's a Reiki master. I hinted at a Reiki master the previous episode. I actually did this, and this is what I got. All right, what else can I say? She's actually a protege of one Shiloh Kantar, and we'll talk about plenty on this episode of Black Lions Domain. With that said, welcome to my show, my dear Kimmy Pierre of She Is Magic. How are you, love?
I'm wonderful, and I'm grateful to be here and be talking to you today. So yeah, life's good.
Much. Oh, dear Zoom, please be nice. Please be nice. Do not let me be completely frozen at times. I truly appreciate it. Okay. With that said, we actually have a dear friend, and if she's watching this, hi Blair Hayes or Blairkins, how are you, my love? I hope all is well with you. And thank you for actually making your entire series, because this is how we actually connected. More ways than one. And she is part of your original cast, Blairkins. So don't forget Kimmy Pierre.
No.
Kimmy Pierre. She's one of your originals, and without her, I wouldn't have gotten completely into They Are Magic. So I'm respecting my elders completely. But that said, we'll talk about how you got to our dear friend shortly. So Kim, how overall, what is your actual background here?
Well, I had a mentor at the time, and she said, look at this, get on Facebook. This woman's writing a collective book. You know, I'd always said that I wanted to write my own book. But obviously, you know, there's a lot to that, and life's busy. And she said, look, it's just a chapter. It'll be great. You can get your story out there. You know, obviously, as you've just said, my chapter is Victim to Victor in She Is Magic, which highlights complete adversity from, you know, adversity as far as adversity can be, to Victor of rising above the adversity. And so I messaged Blair Hayes and said, I knew she only had 17 slots, 17 slots and her own chapter, I think. And I was panicking to try and get to message her in case I missed the slot. And she messaged me, don't worry, don't panic. And, you know, she helped me sort it all out. And from start to finish, you know, Blair was there, you know, mentoring us to write the chapter. A good friend of mine as well, he also coached me in terms of putting the chapter together. And then Blair, you know, sort of supported us, got the book put together, the chapters put together, edited, all done, and that's how I got my story out there. So I'm ever grateful to Blair, because from getting my story out there, it really, you know, I always wanted to, and it's a very condensed version, because as we know, it's a chapter rather than a book. But it empowered me, because I know it empowered other women. and men maybe that are going through a difficult time, and anybody that's going through any difficult time, because it says if you can go from that adversity to that, anything's possible. And then my spiritual journey started many, 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 many years ago. But that was like the catalyst for, it. When you've got a dark past of adversity, you're ashamed of it. You go through life ashamed of it until you awaken to realize actually what happened to you happened for you, because now you're a voice. You're a voice to, increase that awareness of we can be and have and do anything we want, really, no matter what the circumstances are. And, working with Blair was just a pure joy and blessing, because she was awesome, throughout the whole process. So that's how I got to get my chapter in She Is Magic. And from there, I've just grown in my awareness, my spirituality, and it's led me to the path that I'm on now, which is just freaking awesome. So, and I knew intuitively, that somewhere, somehow, someday I had to get that chapter out there, because if it can change other women's lives, men's as well, it's not just women, then that's my purpose. My purpose is about waking people up one thought at a time, to elevate them, to believe in the possibilities, to believe in faith, to have faith and believe that anything's possible. If you can see it in your mind, you can have it in your hands without a doubt. I'm living proof of that. I am living proof of it. So that's the message. And obviously, over time, that just gets stronger and stronger and stronger, to the stage where I'm not ashamed of my past. I'm not even regretful. I don't think about the past. It's today, the present, here and now. That's all I've got. And that's what I live for. Minute by minute, hour by hour, gratitude for what I've got and where I am and who I am today.
Yeah, I love that. Oh, yeah. Without you, Linda Carducci, without so many others, that series would have not existed. I remember just reading the first one, and I think I read your chapter. I read your chapter specifically. Linda's, I believe I read hers. I got to read the rest of it, I'm sure. But either which way, what I read, without that foundation, I don't know where we would all be now.
No,
I really don't.
No. And yeah, it did, because it opened you the possibility. It got your name out there. The fact people message me saying, I've read your story. You've inspired me to make change, make decisions, take action. And if that's what if that's if it helps anybody by sharing your story of adversity, not because you want to keep talking about your past, but now I'm at the stage where it's talking about, okay, your past is a story. It's a story you can either let go, move on, let go, live in the present, here and now. What do you want? What do you want? Who do you want to be? What life do you want? What do you want? Because ultimately, if we live in the past, we're living in depression, anxiety. If we live in the future, it makes us anxious. If we live in the present moment of grounded gratitude, of happy and grateful for what we've already got, what we are about to receive, then that it's about living in that vibration all of the time and never reacting to anything. Just respond in the spiritual sense of it will be okay. It will be okay. So I'm strong on that, and it's just got stronger and stronger and stronger, and over the years I'm just growing more and more and more in my awareness of we are infinite creative beings. We are God's highest creation. We don't know how powerful we are, and that we can we can definitely, without doubt, use our imagination and use our gratitude to ground us and keep moving up, keep moving up, keep moving up. And whoever wants to listen, whoever wants to come with us, they're more than welcome.
Right on, hon. Right on. And I've been thinking about my podcast lately. Like, oh, the past month or two more so have been conducting interviews with you, Blair, who else? Stephanie Mahoney, and several. Oh, there's Zoom. Thanks for reminding me. My internet's kind of wonky. I appreciate it. But anyways, I progress.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it will be fine.
See it from the end. And yeah.
Okay, let's get back to the story. All right, so I've been interviewing the likes of you for a while now, and I'm wondering, is this a transition? I know people love my content from what they say when I'm talking solo, but if I'm doing more interviews than my own solo stuff, it's time for me to start focusing on that.
Yeah. And I think that you know, obviously you've got you can talk from the heart and help other people, you know, help people to align with who they are at their core. But I think when you bring someone into interview, it speaks to other people and that speaks to other people. And then it's just a knock-on effect that, you know, maybe somebody today is sitting there thinking, I would love to write my own book. I would love to write my own chapter. I would love to get out of this stinky thinking. I would like to leave this relationship. I would like to move up in life. We're here to tell them anything's possible. It's just that it's your mindset, it's your paradigms, it's your programming and conditioning. It holds you back, it keeps you stuck. And, you know, when you realize, you know, I've been on a program devised by Bob Proctor, Thinking into Results, and it's life-changing. And that's what Sheena teaches, Sheena Cantor, is the last 18 months I've been on a real journey. I can't tell you how much of a journey I've been on. I've been tested, I've been challenged, I've been tried. But being on the program that I was on has totally changed my life. It's been, you know, maybe I thought, oh, maybe it was writing the chapter. Yes, it helped. It's all a bridge to your journey. And, you know, as a coach, as somebody that wants to help people to be the best at whatever they want to be, doesn't matter what they want to be, what they want to do, what they want to achieve, whether it's love, happiness, health, finances, you know, whatever it is, it doesn't matter what it is. Thinking into results is the answer, because it's changed my life. It's brought me back to the core of who I am. And we go through life, I think, because of life conditioning, life programming, you know, historical ancestry conditioning. We don't know who we are. We don't know who we are at the core. At the core, with our intuition, our guide, we do, but we don't listen to it enough. What this program has done for me, and that's why now I'm an Cantor affiliate consultant, is because I want to share this content with the world. You know, I was somebody that didn't have a good start in life, didn't have good teenage lives, didn't have, you know, single parent on benefits, living with a psychopathic narcissist, to going on to be a professional in my own right, to being the best mom I could be, to having the best son anybody could ever wish for, to changing people's lives along the way in my career, all the way to where I am now, is because somewhere at the core of me, I always had faith and believed. And what Thinking into Results does, it really strips everything back, strips everything right back. And at the core of us, if we are, you know, that, you know, if we do want the best for everybody and the best for ourselves, the best for everybody around us, it strips it right back, and you're left with, you know, it sometimes was a challenge going through the program, but the result is, your results speak for themselves. Basically, your results speak for themselves. And the transition I've gone through in the last 18 months, and in the last couple of months, all my goals, everything that I've aspired to, I'm manifesting in my life. And it's just amazing, because when it lands with you, when it all lands, you know, and you look and go, oh, I set that as a goal, and you look back in your paper, oh my God, that was a goal. And it's because it's the mindset changes. You know, you learn to master the emotions, you learn to master the thoughts. If I think about my past, the story in victim to victor, I don't see a victim. I don't think of me as a victim. I think of me as a victor, because ultimately, to go from that to who I am today, you've got to be, because if you wasn't, and you know, it's because of the faith and the belief that, you know, it will be okay. It will be okay. I will be okay. That's never left me. But thinking into results has never honed in more than doing that program. And so, you know, I had, one of my goals was to work with one of the higher performers, affiliated to Bob Proctor, because I do resonate highly with him and his content and his, and you know, his work. And Sheena messaged me. It was like, I might have an opportunity that you might be interested in, you know. So it came because that was my goal, that was my vision, that was my faith and belief, and that's where I am today. So, you know, what I'm saying to everybody listening today here is anything and everything is possible. You've just got to believe. And that's the thing, you know, it's hard at times, it's a hard journey, it's a hard road, but when you get to that other side and you know, you look back, it's incredible.
Yes, it is. And sometimes I really do sit back, Kim, and I just reflect on things. It's not that I live in the past completely. I actually say to myself sometimes, oh man, look at what I have really done. It's been nearly 2 years since I left my fiance, and the things that have come in that time. Like one girl that's actually co-authored in my fourth co-authoring, me and her were talking today, and she's happily in Magical Miracles, the final magic book now, with her cousin, who was actually in the book with us. And she was asking me, oh, how do you actually do what you do? What's the secret with your energy? And I said something along the lines of this. Little dinner, your message. Okay, you want my energy, huh? That takes some time to cultivate or build. Things I do would boggle your mind. I'm still in awe years later. I even ask myself, how do I keep together? It's amazing. Amazing. Like next month will make actually 2 years since I started taking cold showers. Not only taking cold showers, but actually writing almost every single day. Like I get up crack of dawn, but way before crack of dawn here in America time, New York time. And I actually was writing left and right, just things I wanted to do, things that I wanted to see. Like I kept on reaffirming that I would lose excess amount of pounds to get to my birthday. I had a doctor's appointment at that time in 2020. And I said, I'm going to be 180 pounds. I'm going to be 180 pounds. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to get to that point, and I'm going to reverse.
That's the faith and belief. Faith and belief. I
Yeah,
don't
and
know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it.
yeah, and I actually swore that in front of my own mother. I said, I'm gonna actually get this thing done. And I did. And people were noticing me. They were like, oh, Zach, you actually lost so much weight. What's your secret? And I said, oh, really? I'm losing weight? Yeah, and you actually can't fit in your clothes anymore. And I said, okay, this is working. So I lost my weight. I reversed my diabetes. And eventually I did write out like a guideline of what I did to just do it. And people kept
I
on.
think I think with your past, I think it's good to use it as a measuring stick of how far you've come, but it's not a good idea to use it to as a continued story. But when you measure that, you look back to your diabetes, how you were feeling. Like Bob Proctor always says, when you start to grow, you need a telescope to look back at how far you've come. And that's all the past should be used to do. Look back and go, this time last year, where was I? Look where I am now, you know. And if you use it for that, I use my past of, if I got through that, I can get through anything. And when you know, it's hard. It's not easy to get over things, get round things, overcome challenges. It's the hard work. And when people say, you hear people saying, you know, you've got to do the work starts with you. It starts with you. It's inside out. The trouble is, what we do, we look outside to make us happy. The new car will make me happy. The relationship will make me happy. The money in the bank will make me happy. No. It's inside out. Those are just a byproduct of happiness. They help. They can make life easier, but they are not. When you've done the inner work and you've mastered your emotions, your thoughts and your feelings, that everything that comes into your head, you filter. You either let it go or you go, I like that, and you keep it. And that's when you've mastered your thoughts, feelings and emotions. And when you can do that, you don't allow the stinky thinking in. Because if we're all human, we're human at the end of the day. When that comes up, I go, no, thank you. Think of the opposite. What's the opposite to that then? So like, well, that could happen. But yeah, but the opposite could happen, couldn't it? And that's where you're reversing and you're feeding your subconscious the better side of the two. You know, this could happen. I could get in my car. I could crash my car, not go where I'm going. Or I could decide that it's going to be fine and get in my car and go where I'm going. That's what I decide is going to happen. And living the end done. So it's going to be fine. Right? It's going to be fine. And that's how I live.
Yeah. Yes. 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 That's the truth. That's the truth.
Because if you live there and you stay there, it's better than any opposite contradiction. Your conscious mind will give you the logic, the contradiction, but that could happen. How am I going to do that? I don't know how I'm going to do my goals. I don't know. I didn't know, you know, synchronicities were going to line up and I'd be working with the likes of Sheena Cantor, who is one of Bob Proctor's highest achievers. I didn't know that. I knew something was you know, I knew what I wanted. I didn't know how I was going to get it, but it happened because you believe it in your subconscious. You create this vision, and if you can see it and you can feel it, it's already done. It's already happened, and so it has to be. And that's what thinking into results does for you.
Oh God, Kimmy, let me tell you something right now. I'm still in awe that come January 21st, this coming year, I will be almost in the same lane of authorships as one Marianne Williamson for bestsellers. I'm in awe. I was talking to Blair and some other people, and I picked it up like via a download in my head, and I'm thinking, okay, Polish Love, my dear friend, who I actually wrote about in Rebel Romance. She's my chapter, but in reality, she's not. She's not mine, but that's all right. I love and bless her anyway. But I progress. All right. So I was thinking about the Polish love, my dear friend. And she actually is currently a 6 times bestselling author. When I actually co-authored with her and our dear friend Jan in Ascension 2, I wound up having half of what she has. So since that point in time, I actually didn't think of it. I actually said to myself, oh God, I'm close to the Polish love. I'm close. Not more ways than one, but especially what this authorship did. By the end of the year, I will have exactly the same amount as her. But then I realized, called reference, it's respect our 7th in our, and when wow, okay, Polish love and I 7 and 2, 7 and 2 together. And it awed me that it came less than a year of they are magic. I remember talking to Blair about it, and she actually was kind of jazzing out in her own right. Nobody in our family, dear, I think, has almost as many as the Blurkins has. As magical miracles, if my memory serves me right, and Blair, please correct Zachary Shiloh if he's wrong. I believe that's going to be her 10th actual bestseller of all time. And I'm 4 away from her. But either which way, at the end of that bestsellership, I'm over half of what she has. I don't know, again, if anybody in our family, the overall magic family, actually has close to blood. But that's not me. And when I think about it, I go crazy, not like in a bad way. I'm geeking out like a 6-year-old that I am. But I say this humbly and gratefully that I'm happy and grateful that I actually did put in that time and put in that effort. Now it's about me monetizing these things and getting myself out of what do I say, the Amazon rut.
Yeah.
But that will come because now, as you said, by way of the universal laws, by way of our dear friend Bob Proctor and Shanna Kantar, whatever I'm thinking of is coming forth. And slowly but surely, people are coming to me. They're like, oh, I want to help you with your coaching bit. I want to help you make more money. I want to do this. I want to do that. And I'm saying, wow, people are coming out the woodwork.
And that's the thing. It's a synchronicity of how it works, because when you get to that level of letting it go, so letting it come in, is the right people, the right time, the right decisions, making the decision, taking the action. You know what the next right decision is and the right action. And that's because you're listening to your intuition and your guide of what's my next right move here now, because, you're open to and you're aware of what you're being drawn to as the right thing, and getting your voice out there, getting yourself heard and helping to serve as many people through your books, through your writing, through your words that you can. And that's the point. Serve more than you get back, because when you do that, you'll be rewarded anyway.
And I've been thinking about these authorships, not from the money standpoint. Is it nice to have money? Yes, and I would love to actually be making thousands. Trust me, as a 7 times best-selling author to be, it's an insult to me if I'm not making more than $2,000 after that point, or going towards 2023 at least making thousands. That's an insult to me. And I told Blair in private, when I think I was even becoming like a 2 or 3 times best-selling author, I said, Blarkins, do you know anybody that works a job and they feel insulted by the amount of authorships that they actually have? Not only that they have, but working a job that seems dead end to them. And I said something along the lines of, know anybody. And I said, congratulations, Blarkins. You met somebody that actually feels kind of insulted that he's not actually making the money that he should be making. I said that proudly, and I kind of still do right now. But when I actually shut myself up completely, I say these words: I'm happy and grateful that I actually got my job. It's a pain in the arse.
It's just a bridge.
It's a pain in the arse.
It's a bridge. It's just a bridge.
Yeah,
it's a bridge to do what you love, what you want to do, what you're passionate about. It's just a bridge. You know, we have to pay our bills. We know that. We have to live. We know that. But it's not your passion. You know, it's not what lights you up. It's not what gets you excited. But it's just a bridge. It's just a bridge. And the more you grow, the more you then start to do what you love every day. It's not work. That's when you stop working. You just start doing what you love to do and you get paid for it. And that's service.
Yeah. And I was alluding to something before we started dancing about my seventh times authorships. So currently I'm sitting at 4, and that's the halfway point. And I was waiting until about 5 days ago, and something hit me like and I thought to myself, okay, Blair's been on my show. My friend Maria Nesbitt's been on the show. Stephanie Mahoney's been on the show. All of them have something in common. Either they did it or they're working in the process of it. They all have this thing called solo authorship. And I was thinking to myself, that's resonating with me. And the more I started to come around to this 4th time thing, I said, it's getting stronger. It's getting stronger. And I'm watching movies, I'm watching TV shows where my favorite characters are actually complaining about their just dues, and they're not happy completely about what's going on. So I'm thinking to myself, oh, I'm exactly like them. I imagine like being like them for a while, and then many years later, here I am like them, and I'm saying to myself, okay, I've done it all now in the writing work. I've co-authored with our mighty Blarkins. I've co-authored with Dark Works Publishing. I've co-authored with David Vine, who was in They Are Magic with myself and Blair, and so many others. I have co-authored with Melissa DeVoe, who I slaughtered her last name and called her Dusselbox. And yeah, I actually saw her name was spelled not the prototypical DeVoe. It was more French style, and I said Dusselbox, but I learned her correct name and I stopped slaughtering. All right, I'll progress. All right, so I was thinking about it, and I said, I gotta go solo. Eventually, I gotta go solo. I've done it. I've tied up with one of the greatest self-help teachers in the world. When we actually hit January 21st, that will be 7 bestsellers. And Marianne Williamson has that amount. Yeah, she's written 13, but bestsellers was 7. Okay, so I'm thinking to myself, here I am at 4 times. What else is there? Go solo. Blair showed up on my show again. Stephanie Mahoney showed up on my show. Maria Nesbitt showed up once, but she's coming back eventually. She's coming back. And I'm thinking, what do they have in common? Solo. I gotta go solo. And I actually enlisted in this publisher's bit. And that's starting next week. Exactly. So it's going to be the next 4 weeks on a Wednesday for May. I'm guessing for Millie DeVoe, that's maybe a Friday in her time. I think. And I say, wow, I'm really going for this. I'm going for my own solo. And I'm thinking of ideas for books that I want to do. And one, thank you, Polish Love, for actually denying me this, but I'm going solo, hon, if you're actually watching or listening to this. All right. So I actually had this idea with the Polish Love when we hit 7 times bestselling to talk about our authorships and how we became who we are by way of them. And she said that doesn't fit her vision, and I respected it, but it's for me.
It's solo, you know. You've done the co. It's now time to just do the solo.
Yeah, it's time for me to go solo. And I started writing it yesterday. Believe it or not, I'm starting to write it. And it came slowly but surely. And I'm not thinking about my whatever is at Amazon. I'm like, you know what? Let's go and write in my head. And for almost 12 hours straight, I'm just like writing stuff. And I'm saying, oh.
I would say visualize it done. Visualize it as bestseller solo. That's the goal. That's what you want. And you can see it in your mind.
Oh, how I love you so, Kimmy. If you actually weren't married to me.
But you know what? If that's what you want, that's your dream, that's your goal. That's what you've got to go for. And it doesn't matter what. You've got to just go and do it.
All right, hon. We're gonna actually start wrapping this up eventually. So I guess in the next 15 minutes. All right, so we've already jazzed about this writing bit, the Blurkins, and I guess your dear friend Shenna and our mutual
There's
teacher Bob.
Lots of exciting stuff coming with Sheena that will be revealed in the next couple of months. So people need to watch out for that. Sheena Kantar, Google her, Kim Pierre. You can connect to Sheena through me anyway. She is awesome. We've got a lot of exciting stuff coming up in the next couple of months. It's going to be, so watch this space.
Oh, I hope I can join you eventually.
Well, you got to watch this space.
Yes,
you'll be there. Yep.
Yes,
she's got a summit. If you want to Google her, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. There's 9 high achiever speakers on there. That will be streamlined through YouTube, I believe. But if anyone wants the details, they can always message you. And I'll send that over. I'll send the invites over. I'll send it. I don't know if I've sent it to you, but it's on my Facebook page anyway. But I'll send it to you. Get on that because you've got 9 individual speakers, including Sheena, giving you great content for free, and it's called Permission to Be Rich.
Oh, definitely our dear friend Bob actually got that written all over. I know that verbiage too well. So it's out there. If you actually are students of Bob Proctor, get ready. There's gonna
get ready. It's gonna be incredible, and it's 3 days: Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 4 p.m. UK time till 8 p.m. I'm not sure about everybody else's time, but obviously they can Google that. And I think each speaker's got half an hour slot. So over the 3 days, you're going to get loads and loads of content.
All right.
So I'll share that with you, and maybe you can share it out to viewers, and they can get on that.
Oh, we will. All right. So one more topic before we hit the outro stuff. All right, Kimmy, you actually alluded to your past, and somewhere in that past, you actually became a Reiki master, my dear. So you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I'm a Jikiden Reiki practitioner. I'm not a master. I don't teach it. I practice it. And it's obviously healing through energy. And it's original. It's from its original source from Japan. We've got lots of different westernized Reikis like angel Reiki and things like that. No, this is original from the original source. It's never taught any other way. It's never practiced any other way other than its original source. And it's hands-on healing through energy. We're all energy. Everything's energy. And it can heal almost everything and anything. I think people that tend to gravitate to it, they've tried everything. I'm working with a girl at the moment. She's had a lot of psychological, emotional, anxiety issues, as well as pain, physical pain through injury, through sport. And she just said to me, I can't even explain. I just feel incredible. A partner was saying to me, well, what is she doing to you? Well, what is it? So I'd suggest people Google, go on YouTube. There's loads of stuff on Jikiden Reiki and what it is and what it does. And if you're sitting there thinking, well, I'm in America, I'm in the States, I'm wherever, how could she do it for me? Well, we have distant Reiki. It's just as effective, that you can do it to anybody, anywhere in the world, as long as you've got their photograph and their date of birth, it will still work. And we're trained to do that. And so obviously that's part of the training. But the Japanese are very simple people. It originates from Japan. They don't, they don't complicate anything. It's very simple. The training's simple, straightforward. And your Reiki master is the person that obviously uses those symbols that are used. That there's not many symbols used because they like to keep things very, very simple. But where it originates from is that the family that originates from, they were treating tuberculosis when there was no cure, and all sorts of, if people Google it and put in Jikiden Reiki and the benefits and the history of it. I mean, I won't go into it all now because but the benefits of it, I still visit my Reiki master for my Reiki and to have my energy aligned again. And so people are skeptical of these things, but actually when people are coming back to you and saying I feel better, my pain's gone, or the emotional pain seems to be easing. This girl that I'm treating at the moment is, when people ask us, I just don't really know how to explain it. I just feel better. It's just the energy, the healing through energy. So it's the healing through the hands of being trained by a Reiki master that is trained to train people. And anybody can learn Jikiden Reiki to practice. Anybody can. And so it's another string to my bow, if you like. I can do Reiki on myself as well, which helps, but I prefer to visit my Reiki master because obviously he's quite powerful.
Oh man, I love that whole, actually. Oh man, a matter of fact, I actually was taking an energy medicine course by Donna Eden last year. And I felt a little bit of a surge when I actually started using it. I said, I like this. So I actually did hear of Reiki by way of doing her course. And then I said, oh, I want to learn more. And
look into it, Zach, because honestly, it's a lovely thing to be able to give people. It's a gift to be able to give people and use on yourself. I've had fertility success, pain success, emotional success, treating people. So it's a powerful thing.
I hear you. And my partner Miyoko, I'm sure, who's listening to this eventually, she would say to me, "Oh, you should actually do something like Reiki. It's actually good for you." And I said, "Oh,
Mm. The thing
okay."
is, what people don't realise, I mean, I don't know whether it's like this for all Reiki practitioners, but when I've delivered Reiki today, when I deliver Reiki, I feel better. I feel calmer. I feel when I'm delivering, I use the time to meditate and calm me, because the thing is, if I'm not grounding and calming myself, how can I ground and calm them? So it has an effect on me when I deliver it, and that's the beauty of it, and that's what people don't realise. Whether all Reiki practitioners would say the same, I don't know, but that, for me, that's how it feels. Like she comes every week, and every week it's quite there's quite a lot of real, I'd say, suppressed emotions there to do with her childhood and stuff. And then, like I said, the physical pain of her knee is a real physical pain that, you know, she can describe. I did it in sports, and she said since she's been coming, she's had no pain in her knee, and she just feels lighter in her emotions, lighter in how she deals with day-to-day life, just lighter, you know. So
Oh,
yeah.
I definitely am gonna actually go back to Reiki readings. I actually didn't sign up for a course last year, and I was taking a test to try to actually become a quote unquote Reiki practitioner or master, whatever. I'll go back to it. All right, my dear Kim, it's time to start rocking the outro stuff. So, with that said, the outro has changed. I used to do some things a different way, but because of our different Zoom and people's ability to hear me, I had to do it a different way. So, all right, my dear Kim Pierre, my beloved British Hun, Ricky Hun. All right, so, oh boy, how do I do it now? Oh my God. No. Yeah. All right. Your hopes for the future, my love, are
To awaken people one thought at a time, so that they can be the best that they want to be in whatever they want to be.
okay. That is great hopes for the future.
Yeah.
Okay. The second and last thing, if not now, within the next week to a month, can I bother you for 3 people you think would actually come on this show and talk to me?
Yeah.
All right. And with that said, there's the big kicker that people go goo goo gaga for. All right. What can I, Zachary Shiloh, do for you, my dear British madam?
You can just carry on being a good friend, and yeah, just be there as you always have been, as you always are in our magic family. Yeah. And go for your dreams. Don't hold back. Just do it. Just do what's in your heart. Just do it.
Okay, I'll do that.
Hmm.
With that said, I bow humbly respects to you, my dear Kimmy. With that said, one goal, one aim, one road, one focus, you crazy Huns, Kims, and loves out there. Actually, maybe venting sometimes, but I am what they call passionate. I'm passionate about her. I'm passionate about the people in this house. I'm passionate about all of you out there, you wonderful kids out there. And believe it or not, like I said, I actually do have another universal grounding or two in the making. I may actually have one more because certain Jamie Bulaka did not message me, but that's okay. I love Jamie Holy, and we'll make that thing happen when it's time. So later on today at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I actually have Elaine Nastos, and she is by way of Michigan. So I'm getting ready to transition from the UK to Michigan. With that said, I am grateful to Kim, and I will bring her back one day,
Yeah.
and With that said, I'm getting ready to stop this stream. Thank you again and see you
Thanks for
shortly.
having me.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.